Hey viewers, you're watching The Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. US senators have written to President Donald Trump urging him to negotiate on behalf of pulse farmers in North Dakota and Montana following India's imposition of a 30% tariff on US produced yellow peas which came into effect on November 1, 2025. In their letter dated, Senators Kevin Cramer of North Dakota and Steve Dennis of Montana highlighted the significant impact of tariff has had on American farmers, calling for favorable pulse crop provisions in any trade agreement that the United States signs with India. The senators emphasized that North Dakota and Montana are the top producers of pulse crops in the nation, while India is the world's largest consumer, accounting for over 27% of global pulse consumption. They noted that the 30% tariff has created a competitive disadvantage for US producers seeking to export high-quality yellow peas to India. The senators also recalled that in 2023, India had offered some relief on US pulse imports, but the recent tariffs have effectively nullified that advantage. The letter suggested that India's move was a direct response to the 50% tariffs imposed by President Trump in August 2025 on Indian goods, including a 25% penalty for India's continued import of Russia's crude oil. The senators urged Trump to engage with Prime Minister Narendra Modi to ensure better market access for American pulses and lentils, which they argued would benefit both the US producers and Indian consumers. They further pointed out that President Trump had previously facilitated discussions with PM Modi in 2020 that helped bring American farmers to the table during trade negotiations, underscoring the potential for positive outcomes if similar engagement were pursued now. Well, the issue has largely escaped domestic media attention in the US, but the viral spread of the senator's letter on social media has renewed public discussions about India's strategic stance in trade talks. The senator stressed that India and the US are actively engaged in negotiating a bilateral trade agreement, yet certain sectors, particularly agricultural and dairy imports, remain sensitive issues. They argued that pulses including yellow peas, lentils, chickpeas and dried beans could become a fresh point of contention in all these discussions, given the substantial tariffs imposed on American exports. Recent development also highlight India's assertive economic position, including its reduction of holdings in US Treasury bonds by over $50 billion, signaling a shift from previous trends of increasing investment. Despite all these challenges, bilateral trade between the two nations remained robust, with a 22% year-on-year increase reported in November 2025. US Ambassador Sergio Gore has indicated that ongoing issues between the two nations are likely to be resolved, reflecting the broader strength of US-India relations. The senator's letter concludes by reiterating the significance of engaging PM Modi on the pulse crop tariffs, noting that US producers have tremendous capacity to feed and fuel the world. If trade opportunities are unlocked, and they argued addressing all these tariffs would enhance economic cooperation and deliver mutual benefits for American farmers and Indian consumers alike, while also smoothing the path towards a comprehensive US-India trade agreement. That's all for now. Stay tuned to The Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.